So we're in the Seminole Forest. We drew a quota permit. Got something real important here to show you. We drew a quota permit for this. This is the last hunt of the season here in Seminole. There'll be no more hunts after this one, and today's the last day. Today is Sunday. I'm here with my nephew, Cason Wiggins. He came with me this morning as a guest. If you get a permit to hunt in Seminole, you'll also get a guest permit. Take advantage of that and take a family member hunting. Have something real important here to show you that happened this morning. We had a little incident this morning. I want to share it with you guys because it's a safety issue. Okay, and I take safety, especially when hunting with youth and family members, I take it real serious. Last night we had a safety meeting, and part of our safety meeting entailed blindfolding Cason. And he loaded and unloaded the shotgun blindfolded. Worked the safety, and I was convinced that he was ready to graduate from a shotgun to a rifle last night. Because of last night's safety meeting, you'll remember on the other video, Cason shot the hog with the shotgun. Well, if you hunt with a shotgun and you deer hunt with a shotgun, with buckshot, it kind of puts you at a disadvantage because sometimes you can see a long way and you can see a deer. You need to learn how to shoot a rifle if you're going to be deer hunting in Florida, okay? But I had limited him to shotgun for safety's sake, okay? He learns how to use that, and then he's ready to graduate to the next one. But we had a safety issue this morning, and it was something that you can't see. You don't see it coming. It's not the snake that you see that bites you. It's the snake that you don't see that bites you every time. So I want to share this with all of you so that you won't have the same experience. We got in here 30 minutes before daylight this morning, and we had this all marked out, and we made our way. This is the swamp. This is the edge of the swamp where we were hunting, and from my stand I can see down in through there and all through in through there. Can see all through there. This is a great spot, and I'll be coming back to that spot. But an hour into our hunt, we were hearing game move through here. It was a beautiful morning. We got a great setup. We executed it perfectly. But again, something happened that kind of took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, it took me by surprise too.
And it was scary. And I know we have our safety harnesses. We wear safety harnesses on our tree stands. And we never ever walk to our stand with a loaded gun. Our guns are unloaded when we're walking to our stands, especially in the dark. Right now, Cason has my rifle, but there's not a bullet in the chamber. It is unloaded, okay? And of course, there's the 10 commandments of gun safety that we all memorize and try to abide by. But this is something that you just can't predict. And Cason is a big guy. He's gonna be big like his dad. He's 6'2", 6'3",
6'1"-ish.
and 225, 200 pounds,
Yeah,
and he's 15 years old, 14.
15.
He's 15 years old. And this is the condition of his tree stand. See that? That's not a good scenario for, 7:30 in the morning. You get in your stand, you're sitting, and the straps gave way under the weight of his body. And I heard it when it snapped, and I saw when he fell through the upper portion down onto the platform. And luckily, he had a safety harness on. But here's the fear. This is my worst nightmare. The last thing I told Cason when he got in his stand, when it was still dark, I said, no matter what you do, you do not drop your shotgun. All right? That's something you just cannot emphasize enough. It's not on the top 10 gun safety issues. When he fell through this stand because the strap gave way, if he had dropped his shotgun and it had hit the ground and it went bang, it could have changed my family, his life, forever. But it didn't. He held on to the shotgun. I said, Cason, whatever you do, don't drop your gun.
All right.
And he didn't drop his gun. The safety harness was on. He's got a safety harness up there. And again, this is the the manufacturer if you have one of these stands. And he was just sitting up there just like he's supposed to, minding his business. He was probably 8 or 10 feet up. He wasn't real high, but when I heard it go snap, bang, I knew something was wrong. And then he said he was okay. But then I saw he never sat back down, and I really didn't realize what had happened. I said, and I finally just spoke up and said, Kason, what's up, man, with the stand? And he said, well, I can't sit in it. The straps are busted. And when I realized that it was a safety issue, well, I called off the hunt right away, and we went and did something else. Luckily, I brought some lawn chairs, and we went and sat on a Sendero, and we've seen a bobcat, and we had a good time. But we would have had a much better hunt if we could have hunted in here till 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and just sit in the stand and just wait for a deer to come by. But it didn't work out this morning because of the obvious, the strap busting. Everything else about this stand is safe, okay? I don't know why these broke. Kason did mention that he saw a slight rip in the corner, and when he felt the thing.
Well, it was this one right here that ripped first, and it was already like starting to tear right there. And I think once that one, I just sat down and slowly started tearing more. And then that one was the only one on this side, and I think that's what made that one rip, because it was the only one that could be clear.
And see, I'm looking at this one right here. Look.
Yeah.
Right there. Look at that. Right there. And I take it for granted because I'm 5'5", 150 pounds, soaking wet, and I don't have any problem getting in these stands and maneuvering because I'm small. And a big guy like him might have a little bit more difficulty. So we're going to have to order some new tree stand straps and seat, and we're going to have to rethink our whole deal here, because it didn't end badly, but I think we've shown an example of how it could have. And if you got one of these stands, maybe you want to look at the straps. This is my buddy's stand. He loaned it to us to use, and I know that this stand is probably at least 15 years old. So these things are old, and maybe that's my fault. I don't know. It's just one of those things. He had his safety harness on. He didn't drop his shotgun. All's well that ends well. Learn from your mistakes, and try not to repeat them, and let's move forward. So that's tree stand safety, gun safety. When you take a family member hunting, you're taking on a huge responsibility, right? I don't want anything to happen to my family. I don't want anything to happen to my kids. I want to be safe. I don't want them getting snake bit. I don't want them falling out of a tree stand. I don't want them accidentally being shot. That would be something that would that if it happened, it would be devastating. So that's today's safety message. I hope we are able to hunt and never experience anything else like this ever again. So we dodged one today, okay? So we're happy. We're happy. All right. Love you guys. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.